So I'm holding up a sheet here that has most of the code words we're going to use. You can see that this one here is the quarter note drum. Next to it, 2 syllables, Tarzan, in the same time that that occurs. Down here we have alligator. Now the reason I use these 3 to start with is because they're exact multiples of 2 to 1. So you don't have to switch gears when you play them. It's pretty easy. You just double time or half time or quarter time or 3/4 time or whatever, and they work out really nice. This one, however, elephant, also some people say triplet. Elephant is 3 sounds in 1 beat. There are 3 pulses or 3 syllables here in the same time that you say drum. We're going to avoid this one for a while. The other thing that you can do is you can take part of this code word here and put it together with that code word and get these. If I take the first 2 syllables of alligator, alla, and put them down, and then after it say zan for Tarzan, you get alazan, 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 alligator, alligator, alazan. And if I reverse it, put the tar for Tarzan down, and then add the gator at the end, you get tar gator, alazan, tar gator, alazan, tar gator. Another one, and there's different ways of doing this, is butter, butter, butter. You can also think alligator, alligator, alligator. You think of those other syllables in your head silently, and you'll get the same thing as butter. Also, if we reverse that, we have the 8th note tied with the 16th note with the dot on the 8th note here, then we get Humpty. And a nice thing for this is Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. We'll use these code words much, much later. So for now, we're just going to use these 2 code words. And if we take drum and Tarzan, and we put drum and Tarzan together in 4 beats, there are 16 possibilities. And what I'm going to do is play all 16 possibilities right now, and we'll do just what I did last time. I'll say the code words out loud, I'll say them quietly while I'm playing, or I will do the code word and then tell you later what it was. So, first of all, get the metronome going. Now, the first simplest rhythm is, of course, just using drum, and it goes like this. Drum, 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 drum. Now, in this next one, I'm going to add 1 Tarzan into the mix. Listen carefully. Drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan. Now I'm going to move the Tarzan to another place. Drum, drum, Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum. Now I'm going to move it into another place. Drum, Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, drum. Now I'm going to move it into the last place. Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, 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 Tarzan, drum, drum, drum. So that's 4 possibilities with 1 drum and 3 Tarzan, 1 Tarzan and 3 drums, and the 4 drums. So now I'm going to play one of those 5, and you have to tell me what it is, okay? Drum, drum, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, drum, drum, drum. Drum, Tarzan, drum, drum. That's the hardest one. You'll notice that when we put the Tarzan at the end, it makes your ear float. Listen to that again. Kind of like a comma instead of a period. You'll notice that if we put the drum at the end of the phrase, it always sounds like a period. Listen. And that can stand alone. Watch what happens when I put the Tarzan on the end. And it sounds like you want more. So we have passive and active measures. A passive measure sounds like there's what we call a plagal or a half cadence at the end, and a active measure has a drum at the end, and it sounds like period. Now I'm going to put in 2 Tarzans. Drum, drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum, drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum, drum, Tarzan, Tarzan. Now I'm going to move them over. I'll flip that around. Tarzan, drum, drum, Tarzan, drum, drum. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the middle. And those are all the possibilities for drum and 2 Tarzans. Now what I'm going to do is break them up. I'm going to tap it out, and then I'll tell you what it is. You ready? Listen. Drum, Tarzan, drum, again. Got it? And drum, Tarzan. Again. Tarzan, drum, Tarzan, drum. New one. Do that again. You notice how it floats at the end because the Tarzan's on the end. And next one is I'm sorry, that was the same one. Tarzan, drum, drum, Tarzan. And Tarzan, drum, Tarzan, drum. Reverse. Drum, Tarzan, drum. Reverse. Tarzan, drum, Tarzan, drum. Drum, Tarzan, drum, Tarzan. Now I'm going to add 3 Tarzans. Drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, again. Drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, reversed. Tarzan, 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 drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, Tarzan. Hear how that sounds active and then ends with a period at the end, where if I reversed it, it sounds passive. See, that floats at the end. And now, 4 Tarzans. Tarzan, 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 and Tarzan, drum, Tarzan, 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 drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, reverse that. Tarzan, Tarzan, drum, Tarzan, 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 drum, Tarzan. Now once more I'm going to go through all 16. Here we go. Drum, 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 drum. Drum, 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 Tarzan. Drum, drum, Tarzan, drum. Drum, Tarzan, drum, drum. Tarzan, drum, drum, drum. Drum, drum, Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, drum, drum, drum. Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, drum, drum. Tarzan, Tarzan, drum, drum. Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, 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 drum. Tarzan, 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 drum. Tarzan, 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 drum. And Tarzan, 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 Tarzan. And Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, 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 drum. Tarzan, and Tarzan, Tarzan, drum. Tarzan, 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 drum. Tarzan. And that should be it. I hope you were able to keep up with the drums and Tarzans, and I hope you're starting to hear it. In our next lesson, we're going to go over these same code words. I suggest you sit down and write all 16. Next lesson, I'll show all 16 of them to you, and then I'm going to show you how to notate in real time, so you can actually write this out as we're doing it. Until then, Mr. Natural out. We'll see you next time.